Yeah, this is Bang Bang Rahil. Please press the like button and subscribe. This morning I've done a thing, but I've mucked up a little bit. So it's called Tales from Jails. This guy who's doing the Tales from Jails, is an ex-prison officer, but he's not just a prison officer. He's a medical officer, which is the worst one you can possibly have. Believe, yeah. I don't know how many people watching this podcast have been in prison, but when you start off in prison, you go and see the medical officer. He looks at you, puts you on the scales, bits and pieces, takes the mickey out of you. Is what they do. What medication you on? Listen, if you had a heart attack, they want to give you aspirin water, yeah? That's what they're like. And the worst of it is really that I feel, yeah, that if there's any trouble in the wing, yeah, any trouble whatsoever, and a bell goes off, them screws rush towards you like lunatics, yeah? 5, 6-handed, drag you on the floor, you might cause a bit of problems, they put you in a cell, yeah? All of a sudden they're going to come back in a minute, and they're going to come back to that same place, that same man that's talking to you on a podcast, and he will come back and he would inject you with Largactil, Tripsazole, or something, whatever drug he's going to put into you is going to knock you out, make you feel sick. Then they're going to drag you down the block, especially if you cause problems. They're going to drag you down the block, put you in a padded cell, maybe straitjacket you, and this same person that's doing these podcasts now, he's going to say, no, I'm not into that. He's the same person that's going to come into your cell and jab you up, yeah? And keep jabbing you up until you don't know where you are and you become a junkie. Yeah, you've got to have this stuff all the time, but not really. It's like you get on all sorts of things. Listen, I remember being in Brixton one time, yeah? And this kid was playing around something terrible, yeah? And he was a pain in the arse. Screws bashed him up. I mean, come on, you're there. And you want to get involved. It's driving you mad. You're cringing, you know what I mean? But you don't, yeah? You don't because you don't want the consequences of what's going to happen at the end of it, yeah? This kid playing up, he was a bit over the top. They bashed him up, dragged him down on the floor, got on the bell, screws come down, another lot of screws come down, really buckled him up bad. A medical screw came along, jabbed him up, yeah? This kid was Sparko. I then see that kid maybe, 4 or 5 weeks later, just come from court, and he had civvies on, sweet as a nut. He didn't cause no problems. He was quiet as anything in the room. They come and said, "Come on, choke block." He cried. He cried like a baby, mate, because he was getting jabbed up, bashed up all the time. All of a sudden, the screw would come in. Same screw, mate. Same medical screw as what he is. Come in, jabbed this kid up, crying his eyes up, jabbed him up, knocked him out, took him down a chokey. Listen, he's telling stories about people he's met in prison, this, that, and the other. So what has he done? What sort of things has he done? He's going to say that I ain't done no harm. That's why I left. He didn't leave the prison service. He was in it for how many years he was in it. So how many people? They're the worst ones, mate. The medical, because they're giving you. Listen, I was in the Mount, yeah. Same thing, but these are women ones. These are women medical people. I was in the gym. I was a gym orderly. I was cleaning the toilets out with this bleach stuff, yeah. And I got asthma really bad. Well, not really bad, but bad enough, yeah. And this bleach stuff got into me, and I couldn't breathe. I know about I couldn't breathe. It was like impossible to me to breathe. I needed an asthma pump, yeah. I needed it bad, so it's clear my lungs. I got a screw to let me out the gate. I rushed up to the hospital, rushed up the stairs. I just said, "Get up here, mate." Dragged myself through there. A woman come to the gate. She said, "What's the problem?" I said, "I can't breathe. I need a pump. Please." She said, "What?" I said, "I need a pump." She said, "Wait there." She come back. She went, "We can't give you a pump. We're not allowed to give you the pump. You've got to see the doctor." "Oh, please, I can't breathe." They left me there for about, 20 minutes in a bad way. I tell you what, I nearly went unconscious. Because as they sat there, I wouldn't move. They come out and give me a pump, yeah? A blue pump, 4 or 5 pumps of that. couple of minutes and I was back to normal, yeah? But this is what they are. The medical people are exactly the same. They ain't bothered about us, mate. They will kill you, yeah? I was on a 1074, mate. For how long, I don't know. How long, I don't know. No less than 1 day, no more than 28 days, yeah? Or vice versa, yeah? Let me tell you something. They jab me up every day. These people, this guy that is talking to you now, jabbed me up every day. Maybe not him, but I was in every block in the country. Yeah, let me tell you, when I wound up in Chelsea prison, I was about 9 stone from 19.5 stone. These people, they do as they're told. They're like robots, yeah? When they're told to do something, they do it. They ain't got no brains to say we ain't going to do it. They do it. They jab you up. And there must be people who are watching it now. When you're sick in prison, what they come along with? Aspirin water. They give you aspirin water. And maybe you will be on the door yourself, banging on the door, crying your eyes open because you can't sleep, something's wrong, and you need something to knock you out. They ain't going to give you nothing. All they're going to give you is aspirin water. Or they're going to say, listen, in the morning, put down sick. In the morning. I can't, it's just like unbelievable. I know I'm on about me, but I'm on about what they can do to you. Listen, I'm not even going to go there, yeah? Forget about what I'm going to say about me, yeah? But it's about them, yeah? It's about them. I'm seeing them drag people along until the medical screw comes out of where he's got to come out of and comes out and gives them a jab. Jabs up. He's one of the ones, mate. He's the worst one. Listen, I don't want to keep on about it, but I'm just saying he's got his own podcast now. He's talking about prisoners that he knows, how bad they are, this, that, and the other. Of course he is, because he's done damage to them. That's why he's done what he's talking about. Oh, yeah, I wasn't involved. I was just watching. I wouldn't do that. But of course he did. That's why he was in the service such a long time as what he's in. Of course he did. That's why he's retired now. Of course he was in there for 20, 30 years doing what he was doing, bashing people up, jabbing them up the eyeballs, you know, in the backside, in their arms and the neck. He's going to say no. Ask him what a 1074 is. Ask him. Ask him what it is, mate. Anyway, this is Bang Bang Rail. Please like and subscribe, and I'm sorry I'm keeping on about it, but it's the same thing, but it's got to come out. Yeah, bye-bye.